Don't make this.
I'm telling you this right now. You're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
2023年7月26日、フロリダ州ポートオレンジで白いバンに乗った武装集団が男の子を誘拐しようとしていると11歳の少女から通報が入る。通報を受けた警察は直ちに現場へと急行し、通報してきた少女から詳しい話を聞き始めるのだが、そこで彼女は何も知らないとしらばっくれ始め、現場は異様な空気に包まれていく。すでに現場周辺では複数の警察機関が出動し、上空にはヘリコプターまで投入されているため、もはや後戻りはできないようだ。
This is.
Do you have a daughter or a child at the home named by Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Anybody home?
Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I have an Ava and a Mikey.
An Ava and a Mikey?
Yep.
One Delta 5.
Would you like to see them?
通報をした少女の名前はリリー・リーと聞いていたが、そんな少女はいないと語る父親。どうやら通報をした少女は偽名を使っていたようで、本当の名前はエヴァというらしい。また弟の名前はマイキーとなっており、この時点で警察は強い疑念を抱いていたが、詳しい事情を確認する必要があるため、彼らはこの後少女のエヴァの元へ会いに行く。
If you'd like to see my
If you don't mind,
Yep.
just that way we can just cross that off our keys.
Lily Lee, you said, right?
Lily Lee.
I'm going to ask my daughter if she knows. So there's only one girl that runs around here. She has blonde hair and she's always on a quad.
Sorry to interrupt your grass mowing.
What?
Sorry to interrupt your grass
No,
mowing.
don't. I got home from Pennsylvania at 2 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I saw the way this looked. Let me grab my kid.
Of course.
The 911 call?
Yeah, so somebody called in, or well, they
Come on in.
texted.
Sorry, I'm in my
No,
pajamas.
that's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Someone texted into 911 that someone was getting kidnapped and they were on the interstate, but then when they went and did like a location on the phone, the address was showing up here.
What is Ava's 386 number? I forgot about that.
And so, and it was coming from this number, and it was saying that a friend was getting kidnapped from the Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and then said that it was on 95 involving a blue Jeep and a van. So, but then when they did the location of phone, that's what brought us to your house.
話を整理すると、まず最初にこの家の電話番号から警察署へ着信が入り、その直後、同じ番号から男の子が誘拐されているとのテキストメッセージが警察に送られているようだ。さらにその後も同じ番号から複数回にわたって通報がされており、警察は直ちに現場周辺の捜索を進めているという。
So this phone number was set for Ava like a couple of months ago. We've had it off.
What about the call
And
log for the
just gave it
9:30?
to her
Go through the entire
5
phone.
days ago.
Yep. Central is on the phone.
You didn't text anybody. You didn't accidentally push the power button 3 times and get to 911. No.
I didn't text 911.
I don't know how you text 911, but I forgot all about her phone because we haven't had it on in months.
I know we literally have had it shut off. We had like a free line opportunity like months ago and had not and turned it on and have all these calls coming in that we don't know.
Sheriff,
So
would you like a bottle of water?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm
There you
good.
go.
Thank you very much.
yeah, so all these other numbers. So there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah.
Right there.
911? What time?
That's
There's
her
one right
call. That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again
Or
right there.
This phone was called
These
in.
numbers calling back in are no caller ID.
You did.
Well, there's 3 different times that 911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the
matches.
initial call.
Twice.
I didn't mean to call that because I.
But you did.
20 seconds long on the first time. Second one call was canceled. Is that 911 also right there?
The no caller IDs are probably us trying to call.
Well,
but this is
that's
an outcoming.
the red or the white one's her. It's her calling, and the red one's
35 seconds, no
Her.
caller ID.
When did, I'm just so confused, I'm sorry. When did you got a message about an interstate?
娘が警察にいたずら通報をした可能性が浮上し、次第に混乱し始める母親。この後、警察は両親に対し、これまでの通報の経緯を丁寧に説明すると同時に、本当に誘拐事件が起きているのかを確認するため、通報をした少女への厳しい問い詰めを進めていく。
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car.
Could I call this
Who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
What time is this?
This
Today?
is like, yeah, this is today. This
Oh,
is
we
actively
got
going on
home
right
at
now.
2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So we were here the whole time since 2:30. We were on the interstate coming home from
Everything's showing that
Pennsylvania.
Right.
you called
We
out.
we showed up here like 2:10, 2:15
Okay.
And we went to
but,
bed.
But these 911 calls
for this
count.
morning. You were calling 911? You were. Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did
you?
it on your phone.
Did they say anything to you? No one said anything to you?
Did you say, Ava, you have to explain what happened here. Something's going on. What did you know? What do you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
I didn't hit anything. Want me to close the door? I just hit.
You're not in trouble. We
Roll
just
your
need
eyes
to
in.
know what happened. I need to know and understand because this is like weird.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate. And we're trying to find them, and all of
Open
a
your
sudden-
mouth if you said
So.
something on the phone.
I didn't say anything.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call to 911.
But I didn't talk.
Why did you make a call to 911?
Because it kept popping up. I didn't know what it was.
No, you made the initial call. Right there. You made the first call at 9:24 a.m. and canceled it. Then you called again at 9:30 a.m. Then they called you back at 9:42. And that was a 48-second conversation.
So what did you say? What did they say? Who was it?
Do they have this recorded?
Mhm.
Could I hear it?
I can't record it. I can't hear it from my own end, but they do
Okay.
have it at our dispatchers. So.
The call notes that we had from the 9:30 conversation when she called in, she said that she was sorry, she called by accident, and that there was no emergency.
ここまでの様子を見て彼女がいたずら通報をしたと判断した警察は、この後、彼女に対してミランダ警告を読み上げる。ミランダ警告とは、黙秘権や弁護士を呼ぶ権利など容疑者の持つ権利を説明するもので、今回、彼女が起こした行為は虚偽の犯罪報告として重罪扱いとなるようだ。彼女はまだ11歳の未成年であるため、比較的罪は軽いが、それでも少年院に送致される結果となるだろう。
All right, Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have the lawyer present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before my questioning if you wish.
We're reading her rights.
Because you did something fucking stupid!
Right.
Let me explain something here, okay? You can cry about this. What you've done here is a felony, okay? It's a felony crime, and you probably had 20 law enforcement officers at least, a helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening. Do you know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something that you did as a joke? So you better take this serious. Can she ask her questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not done yet with reading this. I'm just going to start from the beginning, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have a lawyer present during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before my questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them to you? Do you want to talk to us now?
And he's going to give you a form, a juvenile rights form. And what I want to know basically is how did we get to where we made a decision to do something like this today?
彼女に対してミランダ警告を読み上げた警察は、ここから一切の甘さを捨て厳しい指導を行っていく。しかし少女の母親は娘の罪を軽くしたい一心なのか、今回彼女が起こした一件について見苦しい言い訳を並べ始める。
Maybe you can help us with that, as to what the intent was here, or what, how we got the idea to do it, or...
Too much freedom on the phone the last few days. We were on vacation. We went to Pennsylvania. We left on Friday from here. And we just had a long road trip home, and she was on the phone in the back of the car the whole day. And she got, yesterday morning, we gave her friends her phone number, and everybody all of a sudden got her phone number yesterday morning. My mom had it.
Did she just get this
For
phone?
the first time.
Yes, back. Well, she had the phone for probably 3 days, and we took it away from
Has she
her.
ever done something like this before?
娘ではなく他の誰かが電話をかけたかもしれないと言い始める母親。確かに親としての気持ちは理解できるが、正直少し甘やかしすぎているようにも見える。一方で父親は目を背けることなく現実を受け止め、娘と真正面から向き合おうとしているため、まだ救いだったと言えるだろう。
So here's your chance to explain yourself. Keep in mind, I've had thousands of people try to lie to me. So if you lie to me, we're going to be done. We're going to be done talking. So explain to me where your mind was and what happened today and what you did. Speak up. Speak up.
Louder.
So we can all hear you. I guarantee when you're talking to your friends, you're as loud as can be. Don't be a little mouse now. Speak up. I want to be able to hear you. Okay, you're talking around. So, what were you trying to accomplish by? Did you get on a text and say that somebody was kidnapped? Okay. How did you come up with the location of where to tell them that you were?
It's on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Can you go get her phone?
We have her phone.
Okay.
I did.
Did you have signed consent form
Deleted
for
it.
it?
Good. There's deleted messages. How do you get to deleted messages on
Why
a
did you
phone?
make this up though? Where did it come from? What made you think this? Were you scared at any time? Did you see something?
How do you get to deleted messages on a whole phone? I don't even want to look at her right now.
So you deleted these messages. Would you be willing to give us consent to take her phone and have it done? Okay, let's fill out an electronic consent form and.
I've got the passcode for it too.
Alright.
They already gave it to us.
I'll tell you a weird
I'm
thing
gonna
with
put
this
this on airplane mode.
When did we get our T-Mobile account? It had to be over a year ago.
It was February of 2022 because I just
switched
broke
from
my phone
AT&T
out
to
just
T-Mobile.
out of work.
So this is who you have as your mobile service now is T-Mobile?
And
Okay.
we had a free phone line. And because with the package,
I just
it out
put
to
it on
4
airplane
lines.
mode, so
So I
it's not
said, you know
connected
what?
to this other
That was
right
my
now.
old phone. I got a new
He's
phone.
gonna have
I
you
said,
sign a
give it to
consent
her, it'll
form.
be her phone
We'll
when
get the
she's ready.
passcode for the phone
I
from
didn't
you,
like the
and then
first
they
couple of
can,
days the way things were going. I literally shut that phone off because it was free and it
got
has
the
been
passcode,
sitting
so-
in
We
my
have the passcode.
laptop briefcase since we had that. And then today, like right before vacation, we were going through our stuff in the closet and I said, she wanted her phone and she asked and I said, okay. And I said, you can have it. And then she had a lot of freedom on it in the road trip. Clearly.
What else?
And that's
What
where
else are
we're
we
at.
gonna find on that phone?
What else did you do wrong that they are going to see on that phone? I'm handing them the phone. If there is a problem, they are going to find it.
Where did you figure out where to text this information to, saying that somebody was kidnapped? How did you figure out how to do that? Yeah, you dial 911 first?
You guys won't delete anything.
So I'll explain what happened. We got a 911 call earlier.
Today.
Right, and then said, oh no, I made a mistake, or was it something
I think it was sorry I dialed the wrong number
Sorry,
and it
dialed the wrong
disconnected.
number. So she's building herself up to doing this. and then that was the disconnect. And then the text of the whole kidnapping and somebody with a gun and somebody started at a different location. Where did you say it started at? Okay, where at Palm Coast? Okay, how did you come up with that? It's an awful elaborate plan here to just say it just popped in your head.
Did you see something somewhere? Did somebody
You need
do
to
this and save it? Like, where did this come from? I'm really confused.
Ava, you need to tell the exact truth. I don't want a story. I don't care what it is. I want the exact truth.
You can't make this go away by being quiet. The only thing you're going to end up, that's going to happen to you is you're going to end up in a pair of handcuffs going to our juvenile facility. I'm not going to mince any words with you. That's a very distinct possibility of what can happen here today. Don't look at your mother. She didn't have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, my brother said something that just made me pop in my head, and then I ended up doing it today.
とうとう弟のマイキーにまで罪をなすりつけようとする彼女。いくら動揺しているとはいえ、自分を守るために何の関係もない弟を巻き込むとは一体どういう神経なのだろうか。この後も彼女は警察に対し弟も関係していると話し始める。
Was he part of planning this with you?
No, he just said it, and then
What did he say?
he said, let's dial 911.
This is your brother?
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
You wanna get him?
Let's dial 911.
Well, we can when we're done. Well, you go wait a minute. But
I call bullshit.
So then I said, no, we can't. And then we have an idea this morning, and then I just.
so you're trying to blame this on your brother?
You could ask me.
Did he?
7.
Was he with you when you made this call?
No. I just
Okay. Was
said
he
it.
with you when you made these texts?
No.
Okay. Then you did this. You were on your own for this. And if your brother's 7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this. This was all your decision. Okay.
To call 911 to do what? What did you say to call 911?
Just call 911. You could ask him.
So so can I ask?
What if
was
he told you to
something
go up on the roof
YouTube
and jump
that you
off the
saw?
roof? Would you do that? So what's the difference?
This was your choice. Where was your brain when you came to the point and said, let's make a call on 911? It was a 42-second call.
So I'm gonna explain to you what she said to them, since she's not gonna do it. She said that someone was abducted, basically at gunpoint, from the Chick-fil-A up in Palm Coast. That the person was following a van that the other person was being held in, and they were on I-95, and then said they were pulled over on the side of I-95 at the 234 mile marker, which seems awful specific, which is almost to the South County line. So we not only had Port Orange Police Department, New Smyrna Police Department, Edgewater Police Department, Volusia
Bill.
Sheriff's Office, Brevard Sheriff's Office, because it was so close to the county line, to include a helicopter, Florida Highway Patrol, probably no less than 24 law enforcement officers that are all lights and siren running to, because a kidnapping is probably the most serious 911 call we would ever get. And with the information that was being given, it gave the optics that it was legitimate at first, you know?
So I have something really weird with that phone. When we first got that, the phone kept ringing non-stop, ringing in to me. And I was picking it up, and there was like people talking, and like I'm like hello, and like non-stop, like I mean every 4 seconds there was a call coming in with random numbers, and I didn't know that. And I was hitting block contact. Like as soon as we got that phone number.
Today.
So I know what I'm saying is when I picked up the phone, when we first charged that phone a few days ago, the phone was ringing nonstop again, right? I don't know. Something's up with that phone line.
Well,
Yeah.
She said that she did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it has nothing to do with that. I mean, you get phone numbers that have belonged to people that have some different activity, but it has nothing to do with, she's already told us that she did this.
Yeah.
What was
somebody call you and say
what
something to you on the
what
phone?
what were you planning on happening out of this? But what did you think was going to happen when you said somebody was kidnapped and somebody had a gun? What did you think was going to happen? But did you have any thoughts about how much of the law enforcement resources in this area you were going to take up by doing that? Probably never thought of that, right? Did you think of the men and women that have families at home that are driving 90 or 100 miles an hour with their lights and siren on, trying to save somebody who's a victim of an armed kidnapping, that they could be involved in a traffic crash and be seriously injured or killed because you wanted to make a joke? Does that seem funny to you? Would that be funny if that happened? Because I can tell you that would be even more serious than what you're looking at right now.
You physically see your father walk up to sheriffs, military, everybody, thank you for your service. And then you do shit like this? Everybody!
Do you realize how embarrassing this is to your
I want to know the exact way that you made up the story. I want to know where you heard the story. I want to know how it came into your head.
So take a minute and think about it. And I promise if you lie again, we're just going to take you with us, and then your parents are going to have to come pick you up from the juvenile facility. That may happen anyway. I'm not going to lie to you.
母親を除く父親と警官から厳しい指導を受ける彼女。しかしそれでも彼女は反省をしていないのか。この後も警察に対して弟も悪いと責任逃れをし続ける。これに見かねた警察はこの後、両親の情報を伺い彼女を警察署へと連行していく。
This is about as serious as...
What?
Did you get mom and dad's info?
Okay, but he said to call 911. I'll get Mikey, but that has nothing to do with it.
Sir, could I grab you and your wife's information here real quick? What's your first name?
Michael?
Here, Amanda. Here, stop. Hey. Amanda, stop.
She can't even go on a dentist. I'm just saying. She can't sit in a dentist.
Deep breaths.
Don't make this
You trust me in a minute.
So stop. Listen to me.
Here, relax your head.
Relax your
Here,
fingers.
you're pulling on your hands. All right.
Stop
See,
struggling,
there's plenty of room there. Okay. Shouldn't be hurting unless you're like squirming around. Okay. Yep. Don't be scared. We're not going to hurt you. Okay. We're just securing you because this is for our policy. Okay.
Listen carefully what's going to happen here. No one's going to hurt you. You're going to sit in the car for now, okay? If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be up shortly after
They
that.
go in the car?
No, you can't go in the car.
You can cuff me if you have to.
It can't. It just can't happen.
He's gonna meet you out there.
No, please.
But anyway, she's
Dude,
going
I
to
would
go.
do anything to go in the car with you right now.
So they're going to be right here. They're not going anywhere. You're going to sit right here. We're not leaving right now. We're not going to leave until paperwork and things like that are done. So
It'll
stay
take a while.
calm. You can talk to your parents. We can open the window and let you talk to them. Nothing's going to happen to you. Do you understand that? Okay.
I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not gonna do this again.
You know, Ava, this is going to be an opportunity for you to turn this into a learning experience. This is not something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life, okay? This is not something you're going to go to prison for. It's not something you're going to spend time in jail for. This is a chance for you to learn from this. You understand that? Okay, so don't make this any worse than what it is right now. Stay calm. I'm going to let your father, your mother talk to you at the window.
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。最終的に彼女は虚偽の通報を行ったとして少年拘置所に収容されましたが、1週間も経たないうちに帰宅を許されたそうです。海外の視聴者からは父親の毅然とした叱り方を評価する声が多く寄せられる一方で、母親については もう少し厳しく接するべきだったのではないかという意見も多く見られました。皆さんのご意見や感想もぜひコメント欄でお聞かせください。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。